Brain Gain is sponsored by Eastern Gateway Community College, the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition, and these coalition members.
Eric wasn't even home yet at that time.
Welcome to the Oh Wow Egg Drop. I'm so excited that you came.
So today we're doing the Egg Drop Challenge, where we've challenged students in local schools to design contraptions that meet certain criteria to see if they can withstand the drop from a drone from 25, 50, and 100 feet.
You try to make a creation that will protect your egg, that will be soft. You want your egg to survive and not crack.
So these kids are 4th grade students from B.L. Miller in Sebring schools. We have 18 teams where the kids, some kids are individually competing, other kids are in a team.
My superintendent reached out to me and asked every science teacher if they would be interested in the egg drop, and I definitely got approval, and so here we are. We have been spending time since August preparing and making something to protect their egg.
We'll drop it and see how it survives, I guess.
If they make it to 25 feet, then they move on to the 50 feet.
Okay.
If they do not make it to 25 feet, their contraption is technically out of the competition.
Okay.
So, but they have a chance, if they do make the 25 feet, to repair whatever damage might have sustained after the first drop.
Okay.
They may lose a piece of cardboard, or the tape might need reaffixed. So if they make the 25 feet, then they'll have the chance to move on to the 50-foot drop. They were given certain materials they were not allowed to use, as well as certain dimensions they had to meet. It had to be less than 1.25 pounds in weight, and it had to be less than 20 centimeters by 12 centimeters by 12 centimeters. They were not allowed to build parachutes, and they were not allowed to use foam and things that most people would consider be very cushiony. So there were certain materials that were excluded from the competition. So they're designing a contraption. They tested it at school throughout the week.
We did a practice drop from the rooftop, which was probably, I think, 20 feet high. Then last Friday we had the fire chief come in with a couple EMTs, and Alexis Sender, our other teacher in 4th grade, she was able to climb the ladder 50 feet, and then we called an EMT in for the 100 drop.
Wow.
And we probably had about 9 children, if their eggs survived.
One of mine survived on the roof, but the creation was messed up, so we couldn't use it again.
I've seen some kids that have used entire rolls of toilet paper, and they're trying to shove the egg into the inner core. And apparently the eggs that we're providing today are larger than the ones they were using at their testing at their school. So they actually had to hollow out pull the core of the toilet paper rolls out to make the eggs fit. So they had to modify their contraptions right here this morning.
In their science journal, they'd write about what worked, what didn't work, and what they could do to make it work and be successful. So a lot of learning's going on. They collect their data, they analyze it, and then they just, experiment and write down ideas and design it and put down what works and what didn't work and what they could do to make it better.
So this one we did in a container, a food container with cotton balls, bubble wrap, and then tape, and that's kind of it.
Well, both of ours survived. We made sure to use lots of bubble wrap and cotton balls, and made sure that the outside was protective enough and that it would bounce a little bit. I learned that using lots of bubble wrap and fluffy materials helps a lot with protecting an egg.
Go Pirates! Safe. Go Pirates!
Basically in science, they're learning forces and how to create things to support their egg. We're talking about velocity, talking about force, we're talking about things that would really, stop and go.
bragging rights are always the best thing, but everybody who participated got an Oh Wow Egg Drop Drone t-shirt. We have certificates for each level of drop. So if they succeed 25, they get a certificate. If they succeed 50, they get 2 certificates. If they succeed 100, they'll get 3 certificates. And then we do have some prizes. We don't expect too many to survive 100 feet. So if we have some kids that do survive 100 feet, we have some bags, swag bags to hand out. This is one of the activities that Oh Wow is sponsoring as part of the 7 Days of STEM Science Festival. All week long, the Butler is doing activities through STEAM-based tours and activities. The Public Library of Youngstown and Mahoning County has activities at several of its branches, as well as the Boardman Escape Room here at the Southern Park Mall has some activities. The City of Youngstown is sponsoring a viewing of the Lego Movie on Friday night. There's Ola Fest on Saturday, and Penguin City Beer is doing Oktoberfest on Saturday. There's ceramics classes at Sarah's Creations in Austintown on Saturday, as well as a chemistry of coffee activity at Cafe Rosé.
We've always been involved with Oh Wow, with our after-school program, and I just thought this is an amazing opportunity. The fact that it was not a financial burden was really appealing, and the fact that a lot of students don't get outside of our little hometown there, so it was a win-win situation.
Brain Gain is sponsored by the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition, Eastern Gateway Community College, and these coalition members.